Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share my number one highly requested topic, which is how do I earn money as a comic artist in Singapore? Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Eva, or you can also call me Eva Comics, and I am a comic artist based in Singapore. So today I am going to share about how do I make money as a comic artist. So basically, it's the number one question whenever I meet someone new, either friends of friends or some random person on the street or I don't know, networking event. They would ask me like what do I work as or something like that, and I would say I'm a comic artist. Yeah, and the first reaction would be wow, they'll be surprised, and yeah, and I can, and then the next question, some of them would ask, some of them would, of course it's a bit rude to ask, but you can tell from their face that they have a lot of question marks all over their head, and they'll be thinking like, how do I make money? Because to them, I don't have any jobs, and have no work to do, and I should be quite poor instead. So they yeah, so they have a lot of questions in your head, and I would have to explain that yeah, actually, um, I do commission work, which is the main income stream. So for me, uh, yeah, most 90 to 95% of my income is actually from commission work. So a lot of people have the misunderstanding that my income is mainly from the books, because when they heard about me no longer doing any more books, they'll be shocked and wondering, oh, then how am I going to earn my income? So actually, it's not really from books. This comic was done when I was still doing books and I was renting booths at conventions. So I had produced merchandise, and you see books and rights over here. But now without the books, it's mostly commercial work or commission work. Sometimes teaching and talks, and sometimes and a bit of it from Patreon. And so they'll be wondering like, okay, well, what kind of commission work? So then I have to explain. Okay, so actually it's mostly public, sometimes called publication. Sometimes it's for social media. So for publications, it's usually for education purpose. And in fact, I have something to show. This is one of my commission project with agent Singapore Kindness Movement. It's distributed to all. Yeah, over here. It's distributed to all primary 5 and primary 6 students in Singapore to encourage them to be kind and have more empathy. So the stories are very short, like 4 to 5 pages long. This year is my 8th year working with them. It's a 6 to 7 pages long short story basis. Yeah. So this is for publication. And another group is for social media campaigns. So I'm going to show you some examples. This is a comic that I worked with Lazada. It is for their new function called Last Beauty Profile. So you can sort of think of me as an influencer, but as a comic character. This one is another comic for National Library. So it's actually for a campaign called Read to Be Sure, and it discusses certain topics. Collaboration with Singapore Science Centre and Caltex. It actually talks about renewable energy, and it was meant for print as a booklet for students to participate in the activities held at the Science Centre. And as you can see, I had the creative freedom to do whatever I want with the characters, my existing characters, like even turning cats into the other planets' residents, or so-called aliens. And that was why I think I actually had a discounted rate with them, because it was such a fun and creative project to work with. This was another project with an Australian venture company, and they have relationship with Japan. So that was why I was hired to do the illustration for their guidebook, which is available on their website. As you can see, with the comic illustrations, everything just pops and becomes more interesting rather than just text alone. And I received a lot of positive feedback on this project, and really a lot of people love the illustration. This is another commissioned work for another government affiliated body. It's for a convention, and it was printed very big, and it was placed at the entrance of the convention. So it allows people to understand more about why the convention was set up, and the reason behind it. And it also allows like guests of honor to do their autographs onto the artwork, and also participants can take photos with it like what I did. So I think it's kind of it was fun project to work with. As you can see, actually a lot of them are for something like non-tangible service. Because if you have something tangible like a product, usually they would just take a photo of the product and advertise its functions, its features, and all that. Or they'll pay an influencer to feature the product together with the pretty or handsome influencer. So for me, I have done only one product before, one or two products before. Yeah, and I put it inside the comics to advertise for them. My clients are mostly government bodies or government affiliated organizations. Sometimes from commercial companies, yeah, private companies, for their internal campaigns, or it can be posters, or yeah, things like that. Sometimes I do get fan requests, but not a lot because my rates are a bit high. Which is why it's mostly commercial companies or government projects. Yeah, so from fans, if the fans have the budget and they're willing to wait till there's a slot, the the requests from them are mostly like caricatures for either their name cards, their avatars, emoticons, farewell gifts for their loved ones. Like it could be a T-shirt to give to someone who's going back to their countries, or some leaving the company, and yeah, what else? Oh, wedding invites, uh, or they like they print the artwork and frame it and put it on your wall. So these are the kinds of clients that I get. It's very seldom from publishers because, as you watched the previous video, there's not much money to be earned. So the rates that they offer is very, very low. So I seldom take their projects because the pay is just, yeah, you work a lot and you get very little back. Yeah, so the only time when, if if I was a new a new author, or no, I haven't even published any book, I would actually take those jobs because I need to get my name out there. I need to be a published author or a published an artist with a portfolio in order to command higher prices in the future, or to get my reputation up there. So yeah, unless it's that, otherwise there's no reason to take the jobs. Or there's another reason that you take those jobs is you draw very fast. Yeah, some of my friends draw very fast, so they take in a lot of publishing jobs. Most of my fellow artists in Singapore have another job. Like they would be teaching part-time somewhere at an art school, or at somewhere else. Yeah, they would be teaching maybe at least 2 to 3 days, sometimes even 5 days a week at art school or something like that. So they have a base, like a basic salary with CPF contribution. to work with. CPF is in Singapore, it's like a retirement fund that is managed by the government. So you have a base there. If you teach part time, you have a base, stable base, and then you have your variable from the freelancing on top of it. And that's very ideal for especially people with families to feed, loans to pay. So for me, I don't have any, so mine is like purely from commission work. So I think that comes down to the next burning question is, how much do I earn? I think a lot of people are curious about this as well. It's just that they it's kind of rude to ask me if you've just met me for the first time, and unless you're a really good friend of mine. Even my good friend doesn't ask me that question. So all I can say is I'm earning the average income of my age group in Singapore, which is not bad. I couldn't say the same when I was doing my books. I was very poor when I was doing my books. So so now my income is up because I have time to do commission work and earn more money. It's comfortable enough for me to go for holidays, maybe to Japan, at least twice a year, 3 times if I don't anyhow spend. I tend to anyhow spend, so maybe just 1 or 2 is enough. So this year I'm thinking of actually starting conduct workshops again. So if you would like to attend one of my workshops, comic making workshops, please remember to subscribe to my Telegram channel. Because you might miss out on the notifications when I post on my social media like Facebook or Instagram. It might get buried. So Telegram is the best, and that's when I will announce it when it's ready. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. And last of all, special thanks to my patrons, which I will show here somewhere. Bye.